Okay, now I'm lazy, sitting in the lazy position, talking to the camera about my dreads. But that's how I feel right now. I'm kind of lazy, so this is it. I should have made some notes on my phone, and then made the video. What is this? Oh, toilet paper, I think. Weird. What was I saying about my dreads? Yeah, they're really heavy. That's something about them that I don't particularly care for. I wish they were a lot lighter. It's just very apparent. I'm very aware of how much hair I have on my head because it does feel like there's a weight, and it does kind of affect my neck and like the back of my head, and I have to sleep a certain way to make sure that they're kind of like either up high or they're all down, because I could sleep on them, and they could really hurt my neck if I sleep in a weird position, or if I sleep with them like on top of my head, then I don't know. It just will feel uncomfortable in some way. So yeah, they're just heavy occasionally, and it's a little annoying. What else about them? Oh, retwisting. Retwisting my dreads is, yeah, it's a bitch and a half. Retwisting my dreads is kind of a bitch. Having to retwist them. Usually I start by just washing them. I use Pantene Pro V shampoo and conditioner, and I'll just wash my hair normal as anyone else. Just put the shampoo in, try to really get in there, get into each dread, get my scalp, not scratching it, but like really rubbing it. Same with conditioner, getting in there and making sure you get all the conditioner out of your hair is really important too. And then, yeah, after I wash my hair, I retwist it. And usually for retwisting, I'll either not use any product whatsoever and just retwist them dry, I guess, or they're wet, but retwist them without any product. Or I'll put like coconut oil on my whole head just to kind of hydrate them, and then retwist all of my dreads. I don't know how many I have, but it feels like a ton because of how long it will take sometimes. But I'll usually just throw on a movie and then retwist them, and I mean, it goes by a lot faster that way. I'm kind of complaining about nothing, but it just seems like it's just tedious. Your arms might start to hurt. I guess I do it a lot because I do want my dreads to kind of be flat, and look like they were just done, but that's probably why I get super annoyed. But yeah, it can take a long time. Probably to retwist all of my dreads, it takes like an hour to retwist my whole head. Like, that's a straight hour, maybe longer, maybe like an hour and a half to retwist every single dread. You just do it by I can make another separate video, but you just do it by taking an individual dread, twisting it, kind of palm rolling it, clipping it down, and doing that to every single dread on your head. And then I blow dry them, because your hair kind of will still be wet at this point. It takes a little while to dry. And yeah, I'll blow dry my whole head, and that could be like, I don't know, 30 minutes of blow drying until it's as dry as I want it to be, because the drier that it is immediately after you retwist them, then like kind of crispier, straighter that they'll look, and that's what I'm going for. So yeah, then I blow dry my entire head and take the clips out, and then you're done. I never really do any real styles with my hair. I mostly leave it down or wear it half up, half down, like kind of a ponytail. I've only ever done styles with like butterfly clips and stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, I don't even really do any real styles. I just leave it down because I just have, part of the reason why I have dreads is because I just can't be bothered. I didn't really realize how much maintenance it was getting dreadlocks. I thought it would be like zero maintenance, but that is not the case. So yeah, that's probably the cons of having dreadlocks is, yeah, maintenance. If you're like me and want them to look a certain way, then you're probably going to have to be retwisting them, doing them a little more often than maybe somebody who wants them to look a little more natural, doesn't care if their hair is like grown out, there's like a dread, but they've got a lot of new growth going on. If they don't care about that, then yeah, that's totally fine. But I do. I want them to kind of be slick and sleek and tight. They are not right now, but I'm lazy and I don't care. What are other cons? Oh, the lint. Yeah, the lint. The lint is definitely a con. It's not only lint either. There's paint in my hair when I made a painting with my boyfriend. Yeah, the lint and just things will get in your dreads and they'll never come out. They won't come out. There's nothing you can really do about it. It's not going to come out. So most people you'll see with dreadlocks, you can hardly ever really tell. Nobody's ever said anything to me about it except like my sister who's like super examining me. But you can hardly ever tell. But most people with dreadlocks, probably all, have varying amounts of lint in their hair. And you can see mine really well actually now that I'm looking at the camera. I have a ton of lint. A ton of lint in my dreads, and it gets in there from like your pillow or I don't know, maybe in your car, just anything, just lint gets in there. I think it's mostly like from your pillow, and I probably don't help because I have a fuzzy like pink pillow on my bed, but it's cute, so fuck it. But yeah, lint will just get in your hair. It just gets wrapped in there, and it will be like in the dread, not like wrapped around it. Or if you couldn't pull it out if you tried, and that's kind of a con because you see like these little white specks inside your dreadlocks. But I don't know. At the same time, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't mean that your hair is dirty or anything like that. You just get like there's just a bunch of dirt in it. But it's not dirty. But no, you can do treatments that I do. And it pretty much gets all that dirt and dander and stuff like that out of your hair. But lint will naturally, will just be in a dreadlock, and that's something you have to deal with if dreadlocks are something that you want or are considering getting. What else? I mean, there's not really that many other cons. Like, dreads are dope. There's not too many other cons. Besides that, oh, I guess the breakage, the falling out. Sometimes a dreadlock will fall out of an entire dread will fall out. A whole piece of your hair will fall out of your head, off your head. And it's happened to me a few times. I really haven't lost that many dreads for the amount of time that I've had them, I guess. I've heard a lot people lose a lot more. And I do touch and redo my hair a lot, but I've lost like 2, maybe 4. And one of them, when I was in this dressing room, I was so weirded out by it too, because obviously you don't know when it's going to happen. But I was in this dressing room changing, and I looked down at the floor, and there's like an entire dreadlock on the ground. I was thankful that it happened when I was like alone and no one could see me, because people who don't have dreads and don't know about that, they're like, oh my god, is your fucking hair falling out? Like, are you okay? But yeah, no, it's totally natural. Sometimes a dread will fall out. They start thinning, especially the ones, it was one in the back, especially the ones in the back. I haven't done anything about it either. Like at my loctician, she'll put in dreadlock extensions when your dreads fall out, but I don't know, I don't even care, and I kind of like having a little weird baby dread in the back. Can you see it? Yeah, so a dread fell out when I was in a dressing room changing, and it was as long as my other ones too. The whole thing fell out, and I just picked it up really fast and put it in my purse. And I think I still have it somewhere. I think I kept it in like my memory box. But yeah, that's kind of a con, I guess, that your hair will fall out. sometimes, but it's natural. They start thinning. It's really easy to pick your hair when you have dreadlocks, so that's another. Like it's the twisting and the twisting and the constant twisting of it and palm rolling, pulling on your hair. Watch out for your edges. Be gentle with that because those will fall out too. And sometimes like it will come out from the root. It hasn't with me, but I know that it does. Sometimes it will just come out straight from the root, and you could be left with like a bald spot there. So yeah, be careful with how tight you're pulling your dreads on the side when you retwist them. But that's another con. Fucking your hair will fall out. But it's kind of a small price to pay because with dreadlocks, all of the hair, humans like naturally shed. I think women shed like 70 hairs a day, something like that. Men maybe like 60. I don't know. But we shed hair every day, a certain amount of hair every day. But with dreadlocks, most of the hair that you shed, it kind of stays on your head, and you twist it, and that's what becomes the dread. So you're keeping a fuck ton of hair that you would otherwise have lost if you didn't have dreadlocks. So yeah, I mean that's kind of dumb, but like you know what I mean. What else? I think honestly those are the only cons about dreadlocks. Everything else about them is really good. I love mine. I want to have them for a really long time. I plan to have them for the foreseeable future. I've already had them now, I think for 5 years, but yeah, I'd love 10. My goal is kind of for them to grow down to like my butt. That would be amazing. All the way down to my butt. Right now they're like mid-back. I've dyed them kind of, I don't know, a little bit of a lighter brown, but until I faded out, and yeah, you could never tell. But I kind of do want to dye them crazy colors, like pink or anything like that. I've been a bit of a pussy about doing that, but yeah. Perhaps I'll try in the future. For now, I'm really content with them. And if you're considering getting them, do your research like I did before. I got mine. If you had short hair like I had, then you will have to go through, oh, that could be another con, the baby lock phase. Having baby dreads for me was a con. I didn't like them. I didn't really think it looked cute. They kind of just would stick sporadically. You just had no control. No control over your hair. It was just bananas. Absolutely fucking bananas. So, yeah, if you're someone like me who wants to have control over their hair, the baby lock phase might be difficult for you. But you get through it. My hair has grown so much. I'm so happy and proud. And it's healthy and strong. And I love being a black girl with long hair because people don't think black girls have natural long hair. But I do, bitch. As usual, everything I do out of spite. Okay, yeah, so that's what I have to say. Pros and cons about dreads. It was mostly the cons. And just saying that I love dreads. But, yeah. Bye for now. TTYL.